Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here. It is Midday Money on a Monday, Monday, the 12th of February. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's well today. Recovered from I don't know. I guess it was exciting. Went to overtime. Dramatic. I guess. I don't know. I'm still kind of like to the Super Bowl. I don't think it was. It is what it is. A little sloppy. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Come give me a follow. Podcast form. You know where it is. iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon, Google, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can find the Midday Money Show and the Late Night Money Show. It's all under the Midday Money. Come check it out. YouTube, Winning Free Picks. Sean Higgs, winningfreepicks.com, representing the video. I got a fun poll up there for you scripted rig people. Rigged? Oh, man. You know, I saw someone was like, is Mahomes better than Brady with the 3 Super Bowl wins now? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Brady beat him in championship games in the AFC and in the Super Bowl. Now, if he's going to reel off, what does he need? 5 more titles? He's young. He's 28. I'm not giving him he's not better than Brady right now. That ain't, no. Because Brady beat him twice and in the Super Bowl. But the guy's good for sure. Faux show. Recap yesterday. What's the recap? Bad day with college basketball in the chat. 146, 151. Got a rebound. NBA 40 and 28. Plus money there. 15 and 16 NHL's plus money. NFL wraps up the season. 53 and 45 plus 605 in the video. 107 and 90. That's 54% on the year on the sites. I'll take it. Could have been, listen. I said coming in, I was against 64% again. I would have been happy with the 54, 55%. We got 54. Not a good finish. It is what it is. I don't lose sleep over that. The winning season, that's all that matters to me. Where, you know what? I even say hit the like button. Hit the like buttons, yes. Mr. Sean Higgs on the Twitter. Picks are posted. We'll get them out here in the chat in 1 second. Let's get them posted here. Scrolling and in comments, wherever you're watching. There you go. There you go. Somebody's watching on Facebook. There we go. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button, whoever you are. Whoever you are. Is it my guy Rick Wild? Rick Wild is my Mr. Facebook guy. Rick Wild just hitting the like the other day. Of course, we got Brio comes in. But all right, let's get to some college hoops. I do have a 3-pack up on the site. If you want to get down on that, you can buy a weekly pass, $31.20. The promo code midday, or you buy the 3-pack by itself for $39. It makes 0 cents. People don't buy whatever. That's my sales pitch if you want. Duke today -7 versus Wakey, Eggs and Bakey. I think Duke takes care of business here. Wake, listen, nice season. I'm not going to say going to win 20 games. Bubble tournament team. Win at Georgetown, lose at Pitt. No, it's okay. You lose at Pitt. Duke lost to Pitt. But I look at the Carolina game, 85-64, and I think that's where kind of Duke kind of waylays them out there. So I won't be shocked at an under in this game either, but I think Duke wins this one by 10. We're going added game style here with Nicholls over 141. This was a 138 last night. I'm going to follow the money in the move here with the over. We'll go over Nicholls 141 and Southern over their total of 140. Whoop, that's a wrong. That should be 136. I got 145. That is wrong. I got to edit that one out. I put a 4. It should be a 3. People are going to be like, what is that? Totally wrong number there. I do apologize with the Southern Alabama State. Let me get. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. 137. It happens. It happens here. What am I going to do? Looking at the wrong thing. Looking at the wrong thing. Correction. All right. I got it written down. Got it written down right. Don't know why I typed it in right. My big chubby sausage fingers. I must have made a mistake. It happens. Where are we leaving off here? Well, again, we'll talk about these two totals. So the Southern one, I I like this little team here. I believe we're gonna get a something into the. I'm just making sure I got um the totals right here because I'm going to a live. That's why I'm hesitating in my speaking here. So Duke is still 7 because I put these in a while ago. Southern was 137 and a half. I'll adjust that. And Nicholls, it's actually down to a 140 and a half. You know what? I'm gonna leave the 130 at the half, and I'll take the half point difference here. I have the over at 141 for Nicholls and Corpus, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so the Southern game to me, you look at their scores. Let's get these scrolling back up here, and you see 8-2 to the under with them. 69, 72, 71, 78. Again, that's an under because 54. Not a lot of offense. I don't know. Why? To me, when I get a bad team like Alabama State coming on the road, and again, where they're hitting 70 twice in their last 10. Actually, there's an 83 in here versus Pine Bluffs, but not a offensive team. And yet you're looking at a 137 and you'd think this game would be a 133 the way they play. So it's a little high in my liking. I'm going to go opposite of what it looks like for a easy under. Again, you look at the scores of these teams, the way they play, it seems high to me. And well, you got to know by now. I'm going to go something that looks an easy one like that. I'm going to go opposite way. Nicholls over. A&M has been covering games, so I'm going to go Corpus here and over the total because they're staying close. They're putting up points. They're in numbers here. Not that this will be an overtime game. You know, anything's possible on the road. You, I don't. I'm thinking over. I'm thinking over. Where are we at now? NBA. So the Jazz. We talked about this last night. Mike B's like, hey, take the Jazz here. Warriors off the big win versus Suns. I'm more of taking an under here. Jazz to me. What are we going to get the Jazz? Started out really good. Have maybe come back to earth a little bit. 500 team. Were we expecting much out of them? Decent home record. Favored to a dog, to pick them, whatever it is, close game. I'm going under. The Warriors to me are a under team. I know they're playing better. Uh, I I look at their scores. I see a little bit of offense. I see the Jazz giving up some points. Lost last game at home, or excuse me, on the road to Phoenix. Anytime off a loss, I think a team's going to D up. Now you're back home. Last time at home, 124, 117, 123, 108. Loser versus Philly, 241. 237.5 goes over. 249.5 goes under. 243 goes over. And 241. So we go from mid 40s. I mean, a high. I don't know. I'm not buying it here. We're going under 241. I think Golden State weak offensively. Jazz hit or miss. I think they play to their opponent style of play. And this is not the Bucks who are going to be running up and down the court. I think the Warriors are a slower paced team, even though again, at the Pacers, you put up a bunch of points. That's fine. That's fine. You're still hitting unders in some of these games here. Still hitting unders. That's my little thought there on the NBA. The Clipper line. I like the Warriors. Are they making it easy? Say, let's take the Wolves. I said the Warriors. I say Clippers. Are they making it easy? Say, let's take the Minnesota. Top team in the West here, getting 4.5. As much as I want to take the Wolves, I want to say it's a Clipper show here. We'll run down a quick Marcos minute in the NBA and college hoops. There's not much. My feeling about the Pacers. I can't lay 10, so I would lean Charlotte there. Not betting it. Cleveland at home. I don't mind laying it here because I think the Sixers are just in a spiral of doom. Hawks at home. I don't hate this lane a few points here. They didn't trade their guy. Murray was rumored to be going everywhere. He stayed. Maybe they're feeling like, hey, we're together. Let's put a little playoff push together. I don't hate Atlanta here. The Raptors, I'll always fade the Spurs. I do not like that. How about an under in Toronto? 237. This went up 5 points. Eesh. So we know that's a bad move because I had the whole yesterday at 4, went to 7. That was never close. So maybe it's 232 to 237. It should be on the over. Rockets at home. I know everybody loves the Knicks, especially our guy Mr. Numbers, but I would lean to a little home doggy here. Rockets 17-9 ATS at home. Memphis here. I'm getting what? 9 points. I'll take a home dog here, getting a chunk. Denver Bucks. I want to say just over the total here. Again, why is this 231? Who's sitting out? Who's sitting out in this game? Washington, Dallas. I mean, Dallas over 247. And we mentioned the Jazz game and my thoughts on the Clippers. In college, Duke and Wake. I said I like the Duke there. TCU. I don't want to lay the 13, but it is what it is. Maybe an under in Townsend. Kansas and Tech will go under the total. Added games. Here we go. Again, the added schedule here. Bucknell, sure. Lamar, sure. We got the Nicholls total up here. Northwestern State, I wouldn't mind laying there. I know it's up to 3.5. It was 2.5 last night. Cookman at home. McNeese from a 17 to a 21 right now. Wow. Commerce, maybe, against Southeast Louisiana. Give me some Alabama A&M. I will take some Mississippi Valley at home. Worst team ever. Maybe some Pine Bluff at home. We got the Southern total. And I'd go again, A&M, Florida style. There you go. Marcos Bennett, NBA, college hoops. I messed up the total to start, but we should be getting on track here. Abaddon Spanks. It's not an injury, curse, or a bug. It's I am, signed Jesus Christ Messiah and Savior, Eternal Life Party. The only good baller is the one that can't play anymore. Is that a song lyric? Team Money. What do you say, brother? All right, games I have should be illegal. I do need some help. Well, fire away. What do you got here today? Pine Bluff money line. I just said you want to do a little Pine Bluff action here at home. Prairie View on the road. See, if I'm going the SWAC at Southern, I'm just looking at maybe some homies. I mean, McNeese is a good team. Too many offsides calls on the Niners, says Apache. Between coming in here and saying lock of the year, lock of the day, whatever, thank me later and finding out Trent is on the Niners, it was always the Chiefs. Oh, Trent. I mean, I guess you could say that because opening drive fumble, you get a crazy punt that's hits a guy, one of the return guys, as they're trying to get away from the ball. It turns into a turnover, and you're 10-6 lead, and with the ball and controlling everything, it turns into now you're down a touchdown. Now you're down whatever it was, 13-10. Yeah. Trent factor is high. Nick Nasty's in the house. Good morning. Miz says Texas Tech over Kansas. Southern U minus the 4. Southern U under. Alabama A&M under. Duke over to 151. Crappy card. And yet we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6-pack. A 6-pack with 10 added games. If you haven't already, there's the Winning Free Picks page. Hit the like button and follow. Sean Hanks, give me a follow as well. Oh, it's almost conference tournament time. We got the Facebook like. Dennis O'Brien coming through like the champ. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate you watching and hitting the like button for me. I'm like, man, somebody's watching. Hit the like button. You're over there. Get it done. Get it done, son. Nick Nash says, any good thoughts on NBA pick today? I hit the like button. I didn't bet anything in the NBA. I'm finding I'm not complaining about my NBA. I am 22-15, I think, with NBA, 59%. Actually, 23-19 on another site, 55%. So 55 to 59. So let's average that out to a 57% with NBA picks on sites, NBA picks that I have bet. Right? They're on the site. It means I bet them. I've had a little bit of a rough patch. That's tough to say but when you're hitting like in the mid 60s, you have a 2-4 run, it drops you down a little bit. So I'm not going to really force something on the noon show here, Nick. It says I do like the under Jazz. I'm thinking about using it myself. That'd be my favorite play today in the NBA. And not Nick Nasty. Hey, Higgs, hit the like button. Thank you, Nick. J-Rock says EPL, Chelsea team total over 1.5. Let's go. We need a little soccer. EPL, Chelsea over team total 1.5. Miz says Minnesota the 3-point buzz at the buzzer to cover versus Iowa. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Clippers -4. I tend to agree with this, J-Rock. Like, it seems like they want you to take the Wolves, and I'm a Wolves guy. I like the Wolves. I think they could get to the conference finals. I like the team. But why does it seem like I don't say it's much because the Clippers are really good. Clippers is playing as well as anybody in the league right now. I just I lean Clippers with you, yes. Texas Southern. Yeah, no, it was regulars. It might have been Texas Southern, but it wasn't. Hold on a second. No, it wasn't the Texas Southern game. It was the Southern game, the 136. I might have looked up. I might have looked up at the total for Southern, but even that was at 143. It was at 145. But it was always the regular Southern because it was at 133.5 last night. Went to 136, and now when we did the show, it was 137. So, Patton says Duke over, Incarnate Word, and Nicholls. So I almost used the Duke over But I went just Duke in general because I could see, like the Carolina game, like this game could be 80-65, and it doesn't get there with Duke dropping an 80 spot. You know, my concern is Wake on the road, or they're going to get into the 70s. Word versus Lamar. This is a 5.5 for now. I'm not going to say no. I said like Lamar again. I'm near Lamar. I Word has, and it's funny because when I went to the Alamo, it's like I drove past Incarnate Word. I'm not. Again, I've said this with these other Swacks and Southerns. You want to take a home dog? I'm all for it. Again, I didn't bet this game, so I don't know why I should even say, "Oh, I like Lamar," because I didn't bet it. I just said Lamar. I don't even know why I have to think about why not to take a home dog in small conference play. Nicholls line is a 3.5. I don't hate that. I like the over. I think we see points in that game. So if I think it's going to be an over game, it's because I think we're going to get points on both sides, and I'm not cheering for the road favorite to come in and drop a 90 to get us there. No, no, no. I need points from both teams. So Nicholls is live for sure. Money on that baby. Locking it with the King is in the house. Team money, throw $1 on a Jazz game to go to OT. There you go. To go to OT. Nick saying hi to King D. Nick said the other Nick under Memphis and moneyline Jazz. Memphis under. I don't hate. Moneyline Jazz. I don't hate. Over Wizards. I like. Look at here versus the Mavericks. Also playing on bet the over in the Hawks game. I do like the Hawks. And also under Wake Forest. I agree with you on the Wake under. And moneyline Denver over Milwaukee. King D says Greenlaw's Achilles injury hurt the Niners. Yeah, I mean you lose a starting linebacker, right? Whatever the guy. That does hurt. Kobe White over 22.5 points from J Rock. Wimby over 10.5 boards. Vassell over 2.5 threes. And Maxey over 5.5 assists to scissors. Are these all singles, or are you going to wrap this up into a parlay? I'm hoping they're all singles. You know, I'm not looking for some crazy 4-player prop parlay. Nick Nancy says, I'm leaning Tim's. I listen, I like the Wolves. I don't know. I think they're trying to trick us here. Player Prop Kings in the house. Welcome, Texas Tech. Everybody's going to be running the Tech here over Kansas. Makes sense. It was a 1. It is now up to 3, I believe. Nick Nancy says, I agree with losing Greenlaw. Yeah, it's a big loss. Mitchell over 26.5 points. I would say yes. J-Rock. Niners fans and backers playing wheel of excuses. Don't fade Mahomes, especially as dog. People blind about it. I mean, how are you wheel of excuses? I mean, were you watching the game last? Did you not see? I know they won the game, but did they have to kick a field goal with 3 seconds on the clock to win the game? I mean, let's. If they're blinded by hate, you're just blinded by, hi, I'm going to ride Mahomes, who in every Super Bowl is down. In every Super Bowl has one good quarter to pull out a win. And he's now beating a coach who's shot himself in the foot multiple times. I mean, what are we doing here? They're blinded by hate. You're blinded by, I'm just taking a guy as an underdog because it's 10-1. Come on, J-Rock. King D says, hello, Nick Nasty. Nick H says, Chelsea over 2.5 Premier League. Take the pen out. Someone said a team total over 1.5, so over 2.5 for the game. Pen is out and written down. Player Prop King says Cavs minus 9.5. I don't hate the Cavs. I think the Cavs are dangerous in the East. Bad coach again in San Fran. Yeah. Listen. As I said about the game, I was watching it live with the fellas last night on pub. I was half watching. I don't know. It just for a game that was 10-3 at the half. It was really no excitement. No excitement whatsoever. To me, the turning point is you got a punt. It hits when return guys. Kansas City scores. It's 13-10. That was the game right there. I mean, that doesn't happen. This game is 13-10, 13-9, whatever it is. San Fran wins that game. Really. I mean, that is a Pacheco fumbling, CMC fumbling, Mahomes throwing an interception. Those are anomaly plays. Like, who's thinking Mahomes? The guy's fumbled twice all year. And maybe you think of Pacheco fumbles. Maybe Mahomes interception. Who's thinking that? Everybody was like, "Oh, Purdy's going to be the one who chokes here." Throw the interceptions. Um, the game to me was the punt fumble. That was the play. That was the play. You know, Jeremy Sochin, Spurs under 20.5 points, rebound, assist, -125 at FanDuel. Nick H. My under got robbed yesterday. Super Bowl had a push at 47. Well, you could have had a 48.5 when it opened. Why are you waiting to game time for the worst number? It says, anyone cares? Houston's top scorer rebounder is probably out. More reason to like the Rockets. John Collins says over 8.5 rebounds at ESPN bets. Prop king. Teaser on Duke at TCU. Tease Duke down. TCU down a little bit versus West Virginia. A couple of home teams laying short numbers. Okay. Great Super Bowl made out like a band at KC without a doubt. Yeah, never in doubt. CMC touchdown. Well, I mean, listen, if you're laying whatever it was, what was his thing? -3 something? What was his touchdown? Because to me, King D, King, excuse me, because I got player prop King, I got King D underneath him in the comments. That's why I said that. There's the King. If you're taking a minus whatever, I can't. I don't do that, man. For me, it'd be CMC 2 touchdowns plus $2. I mean, I posted a bunch of them. I said this is ones I'd be looking at. Then I had a decent prop day. I had a couple receiver props got there, fourth down conversion prop got there, the field goal props got there. Um, Whatever. I didn't do a lot. I put a lot out in chat if people were interested in, but I'm not laying like that. I mean, 128 on a field goals was enough for me. Kitty says, no one's making excuses. If you watch football, you clearly tell Fred Warner had it all in him. Imagine him sitting there spying Mahomes like the first half. The thing about KC, and this is why I like the under, and I've said this all season about Kansas City, and why I was against them, you know, in their games at the end. The offense is a problem. And it was a problem. Uh, Kansas City loses a guy. It hurts. Okay. To me, again, I would say that the game was lost on the punt turnover. That's I know you can't handicap turnovers, and well, and I say it. Well, hey, I had over 10.5 Niners first half. They don't CMC doesn't fumble there. Maybe they score 7. Maybe it's 7 out the door, and Kansas City's on its heels already. Changes the whole outcome of the game. Checo fumbles. How about that fumble? Changes how things go. Say he punches it in there. Maybe it's a whole different Niner team comes out, and the Niners end up winning that game. Winning because they switch up and they attack. Tommy, my guy, to Moose. Smash the like button for Sean Higgs on winning free pick show. Appreciate it, Tommy. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Higgs, why am I blurry? Is it blurry? Screen's blurry? I don't know. Is everybody's thing blurry? It seems okay for me. I don't know why. Not sure why it's blurry. I mean, I close out Twitter. I don't know. Hold on. 49ers defense had been banned in playoffs. They played well for a half against them. So they played well for a half. See, you have again. See, the turnover to me is the big thing. And uh, if you didn't think the Niner defense was going to play good because of what you saw the last 2 weeks, um, I, see, I don't know, J Rocky. If you're coming here, if the Niner people are upset because of a holding call or this and that, how am I going to take that serious? The Kansas City offense had done nothing coming into the playoffs. I mean, scored 17 points versus the Ravens, who decided not to run after the first quarter. The Bill, would you put 20 points up on the Bills? Was this some kind of offensive juggernaut I'm missing out on from Kansas City? Who, let's see, a field goal at the end of the first half to make it 10-3. A record-breaking 57-yard field goal to make it 10-6. You get the fumble to go up with 2 minutes ago. San Fran responds. Then it's a field goal exchange. You leave Mahomes 2 minutes and you go prevent defense. And I saw something. Did they really get an extra down, Kansas City? I mean, then you get a field goal with no time left. So you just got Kansas City had 4 field goals, and you get a touchdown because a fluke punt goes off. Not even the guy catching the ball. What are you talking about here? I mean, you can't just play say Kansas City was like an easy game. I mean, what? All right, at least. I mean, this is where you kind of see people who've bet for a while and just people who are new betting and get wrapped up in one. It's just a game. I mean, you can't say that, J Rock. Come on. Hawks -4. I do like the Hawks. The curse is real, my friend. Don't understand. Oh, the Trent curse. Trent is. Yeesh. It's football 101. You're already going against the guru on the other side, Andrew Reid, tough on coordinator for Niners. They were hurting because now Warner has to cover. Well, yeah, a loss like that tough. And Andy Reid, we said this coming into it. He was clearly better coach than Shanahan, but again, to me the loss was the punt. We got a couple ice games. Flames +1.5 on the puck line. Rangers team total under 3.5. Flames Rangers under 6.5 for the game. Marcos Minutes in the house hitting a like one for you in Magic Mahomes today. Kansas City, who I've picked all year to win it, and for the last 6 years go to 3P Taylor Swifties. I did the show last night. Super Bowl 59 odds. The Swifties. The Yotes Flyers, both teams to score 2 goals, -180. Oh, here we go. Marcos right. Kansas City all day. Here we go. Marcos Minute. I did it already. Go back. You're 33 minutes into a show already. We already did the Marcos Minute. Marcos Minute. And I did a Marcos Minute last night too, Marcos. Dallas released Pollard. Did they really? I mean, what kind of dead cap space is that hit? If anything, saying Greenlaw Achilles didn't cost the Niners, nothing about football. Reed saw that exploited guru type of stuff. That changed the game for a defense coordinator. Yeah, I mean, the guy was a big part of the game. But even that was not the end all be all, King D. Right? I mean, again, I'm going to the fact that everyone will say, "Oh, Mahomes," it was 10-6 after a record-breaking field goal, and you're kicking a ball off, you're punting the ball away, and it's a fluke turnover, and you end up with a short field and a touchdown. The Niners do come back and score it and take the lead on a touchdown. And are we forgetting that the guy missed an extra point? We're not even having this conversation. He missed the extra point. So maybe on the next thing where San Fran's going to tie it up, maybe they go for it because it's 17-16 instead of 16-16. Man, I mean, come on, folks. Hate to be a broken record. No way I bet I made a flip off. I agree, Miss. I agree. Good win for the Chiefs. Yeah. Still, listen. Back to back champs. What's there to say? With a bad offense. Duke money line, Texas Tech money line boosted plus 115. Oh, you can't beat that. I mean, you got you got a 12-point fave and a 7-point fave. To boost it at 115 at DK. What? So who's going down in this game? Guess it's Kansas Irish. So I can see for this is I have to go both the other teams. I got to go money line both the other way. I'm going money line the other way here. J Rock Greenlaw jumping all over the place like Martin Grammatica. Oh, remember Grammatica? Yes. Jazz Warriors over. I'm against you on that one. I got the under here in the chat. The Grammatica. Got to get the laughs out. Michael B's in the house. Crazy way San Francisco linebacker got hurt running onto the field. Yeah, ridiculous. Stop Gio says, good afternoon. Wish you a good week coming up. Let's go. It'll be a lot of college basketball. We got tournaments in 2 weeks. Can't believe it's March Madness already. So waiting here, the Niners are firing Shanahan for having that's not happening. They're not firing Shanahan. Call me square. I think Luka goes off tonight over 32.5. I agree, Gio. I like the over in that game as well. 9-2 and down 7 or more. I'll ride that. I guess. I mean, it was a good spot to live bet them. I mean, did you live bet that? Like, that's something you got to do. Sharp money's on Niners. I would make that bet again. I'd stick with it. The GOAT. Tom Brady's still the GOAT. Tom Brady beat you in a Super Bowl 31-9 and beat you in a championship game. Again, Mahomes is going to turn into the little baby of the NFL. They had to change the playoff rules because Brady went down the field and picked apart the Kansas City defense, and Mahomes didn't get to the Super Bowl. Remember that. Brady beat him twice. In Kansas City and in the Super Bowl. Michael B. 3 plays today. Jazz money line. Let that spot for the Warriors. Clippers minus the 4. Wolves stuck on the road. And Texas Tech over Kansas. Jennifer's in the house. Good to see you, Jennifer. Hope all is well on this Monday morning. Opinion on Raptors money line. And under. Toronto money line here. I do like the Raptors. Do I want to have a money line laying 6 at what is that, like a 240? Not interested in that. Would rather do lay the points. Under, I don't like this line move up to a 237. Hawks money line again. I'm not a money line person here. I'd rather lay 4 points. I can't do it. Pellies again. Unless you're parlaying these all up, why are we laying? I mean, I understand. Hi, I'm a 9-point fave. I should come in and win this game. I just cannot condone that, Jennifer. Mavericks money line. What is that, 1,000? What are you laying on 12.5? I mean, Warriors I can do. I mean, you're laying 120, sure. And Clippers minus 4.5. Yes, I can't. I can't come. I don't like laying 140 in baseball, Jen. I mean, I had the Niners minus 122 yesterday. I mean, that's I can't do it. I can't do 240s and 900s on money lines. Gio says, "Who's the Cavs head coach again?" I'm generally forgetting. I could name 2 head coaches. Well, 3 because I know Doc Rivers just got a job. There's Doc Rivers, Kerr. Who's the guy? Who's the old guy in San Antonio? Popovich. I don't know anybody. Can't name a coach. Splashers in Miami. He didn't say Purdy lost it for them or dumb. Purdy played great. Kids get no credit. I mean, I don't know if he played great. I mean, it's not like he had super numbers. I mean, 23 of 38, 255. Mahomes, again, got all his yards at the end of the game. He was under 200 yards in the fourth quarter, as always. I mean, the guy didn't throw for 200 yards in the win versus the Eagles. They put up 38 points. I had the Niners, yeah. Niners money line. Javantis money line. I do not know soccer. What's the Javantis line? King disagree with me. Under 47.5 looked pretty easy until a crazy ending. Yeah, I mean, should have gotten that far. Shouldn't have got that far. You make an extra point, and it is 17-13, and then where we're at. That changes the game. In the fourth quarter, 17-13, with 5 minutes to go, do the Chiefs kick a field goal to go down 17-16 and think, hey, the game 17-16, our defense has been good. There's 5 minutes left. They essentially have a rookie quarterback. Let's make it 17-16, get a stop, and then we get the ball back. Right? Does that play out? Losing that game 19-17, I could take I could swallow that one better than this one. Than the way this game ended. But did Chiefs still win at 19-17? Probably. You know, if they don't get 5 minutes to go, they don't get a first down. Kansas City goes down and kicks the field goal to win it either way. So that outcome might not change. But it does change over time and the complexion of how it plays out. The punt fumble was, I think, the difference maker. I mean, that is humongous, but we can't forget the guy missed an extra point. Chiefs made a lot more bad plays than the Niners. Mahomes is just a guy, nothing else to say. I don't know if they made more. Did they make more bad plays than the Niners? I mean, you had the interception by Mahomes. You had the turnovers. I mean, San Fran lost two turnovers, 2 fumbles, costly. You know. How big was the missed extra point? Yeah. It's 17-13. It's 17-13, and Kansas City has the ball. Are they kicking a field goal to make it 17-16 with 5:50 to go or whatever is left? 6 minutes, say. I think they do. I think they kick a field goal there, and they're down 17-16. And then is Shanahan, what you doing? Are you going to ride CMC? I mean, there's a spot in that game where on 2 straight possessions, he just threw the ball 6 straight times. Are you going to run the ball and try to milk the clock and say, we traded for CMC, get us a first down, and end this game for us? To Moose likes Bucknell today. Who's that? The Patriot? Okay. Rangers, lane 160. Yeesh. Taking ball, no T was stupid. Did not know the rules. Minus 220 CMC anytime TD. It was 220. Yes, I can't wait 220. You know I'm not doing that player prop. It's easy. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's like, why don't we just lay? That's like a Mr. Numbers. I'll lay 1,800 here to win $100 because it's easy money. I'm not doing that. Not happening. Can't believe Niners say they didn't know the overtime rules. Yeah. Not just the Niners, players. I mean, this is the same thing. Who didn't Hurts not know who or McNabb? Somebody. I remember they didn't know the overtime rules, which shocks and doesn't shock me at the same time. King D, playing football, competitive level myself. The new meta in football is having 2 or more hybrid linebackers. You're talking nonsense to me here, the King D. J-Rock, I like Jazz at home, but they're terrible defending perimeter, bad against the Warriors. I'll stay away. I like the under in that game. I said total was razor sharp, spot on 47. Imagine betting Dave and pushing at 40 instead of 40. It was 48. It was a 48 and a half. It was a 48 and a half. You could have 48 and a half in this game. I think you could have 48 and a half this week. It was 48 and a half to start Sunday. Oh, no, 46. Or did it open? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a 48 open, not 48 and a half. Because I'm seeing 47 and a halves. I could have sworn there was a 48 out there. The words are blurry. You're showing. That's your phone. That's not me. I don't think it's anybody else's. Mike says King's I don't know what we were agreeing with Michael with. Desmond's in the house. Denny's little grand slam breakfast for my guy. They did not get extra on it. It was incorrect on TV, but corrected on the field. Okay. I saw somebody post that. North Ender, Higgs, what do you got? Under 47 on that big bet, never in doubt. Easy winner, right to the window. A more generic question for you from Gio. I want to ask if you had a top 5 lookout to bet teams in baseball. Yeah, look to bet teams in baseball. I just happen to have right over here my totals for baseball. Yes, teams I'm looking to bet this year. Kansas City and Detroit. Find some nice doggy value there right off the bat. I'm going to be liking, believe it or not, again, this will be a public kind of team in Baltimore, but I think the Blue Jays are going to be somebody I want to bet on again. And I might be pulling, they won't be my Cubbies this year, but the Reds in the Central will be a look to bet on team. And of course, my go against teams when they're giant faves, I will be going against the Dodgers and the Yankees early and often. Although the Brave team, I think, I like the Braves better than the Dodgers. I love that Braves offense, man. They're fabulous. I'll be looking for ribby props from like the 4 to 7 hitters on Atlanta every day. Marcos, you got it for the Marcos minute. You got it. You got it. Warriors or the Bucks win the NBA Finals. Marcos is absolutely stone cold drunk this morning with this comment. Game turned the corner on a fumble punt. Yeah, it's humongous. The fumble punt puts them ahead, and then to follow that up with the missed extra point. There you go. Braves, Marlins, and Seattle to bet on. I'm all for the Braves. I just can't. Gio's asking who I want to bet on. I like Atlanta. I'm not going to be. What am I going to run line and no bottom line with these guys at home because they're going to be laying 260 every game, 240s. They'll be laying big numbers. Marlins, I got to look into their. I was a big on the Marlins last year. I got to look at their staff. No Alcantara. Solar's gone. I got to see. Hopefully Brian De La Cruz steps it up. I like Garcia for them. We got to see. Marlins, yes, and Seattle. I don't know. A lot of new pieces over there. A lot of new pieces. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Factors Mahomes go. J Rock, for the love of God, already. We listen. You love Patrick Mahomes. You're like his crazy brother. We get it. He's not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. Brady beat him in the Super Bowl. He beat him in the AFC Championship game in Kansas City. More rings, Brady. Stop it. Stop it. Talk to me in 8 years if Mahomes catches him. Stop this nonsense. You're turning into T Money with his Laker stuff. Come on. NFL's over. Get on to baseball. Yeah, it's done. Baseball's here. Yes, King D. You always know someone's doing chat where they fill out minus 200 or longer plays. Yes. Jennifer's popped in before. And I'm sure I said it when I look at the plays, if they're money line plays like that, you just can't. And again, it's not, I'm not knocking somebody for doing that. I know, there's value on it. I can't. One, come listen to me. I'm going to give you a minus 265 here, minus $1,200. That is a recipe for this. Yeah, you might win a game or two. That's super. Look at it. So easy. I'm 4-0 today. 4-0. And then tomorrow, the favorites go down. You lose one of those, it wipes out everything. My record's 4-1. You're down money. It's like I say about the parlays. The best way to go 4-1, put a 5-team parlay in. I cannot. It's been a long time, man, and I've had sleepless nights. You're like, oh my god, what I do? If I was going 4-1 every day, 6-2, and doing parlays and lose and end up with a negative in my account for the night, I'd be clubbing baby seals. I mean, seriously, how upsetting is that? 6-2 and you lose money. King D. Last year we hit 106.58. What is this for? Bet for what sports this? Zedver says, I will parlay all those out of money. Okay, so Here you go. So parlay, you're not getting hurt. I understand. Totally different than just throwing straight up minuses. I again, as I just said about the parlays, I'm pulling for you. I don't have a bunch of those, so I don't mind. You know, I'm just not a huge parlay, and I say that even telling you guys yesterday I had a Mahomes rush prop and Gray who got it, and I think one of the last drives with Watson, a three teamer parlay, a hundo for 6 or 7, whatever paid. If you're gonna do big, huge money line faves like you have here with Dallas and I forgot who the other team was. I don't say I can live with it. I understand the rationale to it, though, Jennifer. I understand. Baseball preseason starting in a month. Yeah, I'll be ready to go. I'll be doing preseason baseball. Now, last year I won 12-12 in preseason baseball. I think how did I do in preseason last year? It was 12-12, 12-12-2 plus 225. That was the record in baseball last year. That was the preseason record. 12-12-2 plus 295. Obviously, um, we're taking some dogs. Go 12-12 plus 295. See how that's gonna how I kind of attack baseball. Yeah, he wasn't terrible. Purdy was not too bad. And I'll tell you what, they win that game. Purdy's not the MVP. Jennings is the MVP of that game. Caught a touchdown, threw for a touchdown, whatever he might have added to his stats uh, going into the drives there. I mean, unless but then again, you had CMC. If they're up 17-16, right? Say it's 17-16, say Kansas City says, "Hey, we kicked the field goal. We could stop you. You got 17 points. We could stop you. The defense has been good all year. We'll stop you here." And um, even if you get a couple first downs, we get the ball back with 2 minutes left. We hold your field goal. We got Mahomes. We're in this game. Now CMC closes that game out. He might be the MVP. But Purdy was okay. Nothing special. He didn't kill you. Both teams go for fourth downs. Did you get plus 310 on it? Yes, 310 on the fourth down. Both teams to do fourth down. That was DraftKings. Oh, no, that was FanDuel. Minus 112. Niners minus 102 San Fran. Plus 310 on both. J-Rock says, Chris Jones, again, enough love. He was doubled a lot. And when he wasn't, he caused problems. No, Chris Jones, he was good. Rika. We're going. We've been going for 53 minutes. I thought it'd be a short show today with NFL over. Kansas money line, shop around 2 units. King D's liking the Jayhawks on the road. Mrs. Nickel game only scored 118 points in the first game against A&M. I know. And now look at this number. 141. I'm going to go a little opposite thinking there, miss. Xerox says, Niners are done when Booker with Trent bet on them. Yeah, basically. Raptors spread at home is the best bet. I like the Raptors. I'm not a Spurs guy. So for me, you want to take Toronto? My favorite NBA play today is the Jazz under 241, Jennifer. Everyone else is clear. So I do not know why. Is everybody? Well, let's just ask the chat. Everyone in the chat, is the screen blurry on the other people's channels? Yanks favorite to win the division. Joke. Toronto. Everybody's going to bet on the Orioles. And after they made the trade for Burns, their odds went from 300 to 250. I think Toronto at a plus 450 now. I might take a little Toronto. Yanks always overrated, absolutely. How do you think the Mariners will be? I don't know about the Mariners. Houston's improved. I think Houston needs another pitcher, though. Texas will be all right. I got to really dig into the Seattle lineup. Cavs Nuggets finals. The Cavs are really good. I think they're kind of an under a radar squad because people love the Celtics, the Bucks. There's a lot of Nick love now. Possible. Me personally, I'm pulling for the Timberwolves in the West, but the Nuggets are very good. Clippers are playing well. I don't hate this prediction. You want to do a little future, Jen? You want to put a little couple bucks on this? I think it's worth a shot. Better odds on the O's than who? The Yankees? Of course they are. I mean, I'm. How are you betting? J-Rock, you've been here. You know how I feel about the Yanks. Who's pitching on this team? I got Cole. Super. I got who? Rodon coming back from injury? And then I'll wait. Nestor Cortez. We love that cat. And the offense. Oh, they got Soto. That's great. That's great. The guy loves to walk. I got Judge. Super. I got a 30-year-old guy who plays one full season every 4. I got Stanton, who, when he plays, the guy's an absolute behemoth. He plays 80 games a year, hits 30 homers. That's great. I got Rizzo coming back from a concussion. The guy was playing with brain problems last year, playing with a concussion. Great first half. You wonder why the Yankees collapsed? Because this guy's playing with a concussion. He goes from batting 330 with 20 homers. He finished the year like 140 or whatever he did. You got a team of I don't even know what their game plan is. Get some pitching. How come nobody said signing Trevor Bauer for the league minimum? The Dodgers are paying him $30 million not to play for him. Sign Trevor Bauer. North Ender. Kansas's McCullough and McDowell are both out for tonight's game against Texas Tech. So we got a college hoops injury report, a rarity. Usually this is the kind of nonsense you find out as the game's tipping off. Like, hey, by the way, McDowell McCullough are out. And McCullough's guy, 20 points a game, could be a little bit of a loss. The other guy, not so much. McCullough, pretty good player. McDowell, not much off the bench. Long term, that's bad ROI. Listen, laying big money lines, bad ROI for sure. MLB, I love my MLB. It's for me. Looking at the poll numbers, rigged. I got to pull up the poll here. I didn't even check on to see how it is, and I got to start wrapping up the show. I can't believe we got an hour. Ross didn't like my game script. How you like me now? Well, Russ had Kansas City, didn't he? Thanks for the heads up. I will take the Rangers and parlay them with Javantis for a 125. There you go, Tommy. Des is saying hello to Jesse. Tommy saying hi, Jesse. James is popping in late. Hello from Jesse. Jennifer says thank you. You're welcome. Dennis O'Brien's coming in. Clear screen on Facebook. And we got 3 likes on Facebook. My man Brio coming in. Henry Lee, thank you for watching and hitting the like button. It's just, when I do the live show, always the live show's views are always in like the 30s, right? So it's not a lot in the live show. But then on the after the fact views, it's up in like the 150, 200 range on the channels. But it's like, man, why? Somebody's watching, but who's watching? Like, I like to give a little shout out to Moose. One of the bet yesterday Super Bowl was a winner. Tease Casey +8 and under 50. Never in doubt. Urias, another guy. Why isn't this guy signed? Nobody signed Montgomery yet. What's going on here? Bellinger still out there. Who don't mind want to take KC +8.5? Makes sense, Tommy. Yes. Nobody would. Yeah, how are the Yanks favored? What is exactly? We got to get ready for a baseball show. Maybe, Friday college hoops, Monday college hoops is kind of light. We got to start digging into some baseball now. I'll probably 110 on the Jazz under. Have a good one, my friends. 110 for a hundo. I like it, Desmond, because I got the under right here in the chat. Under Jazz, Southern over, Nicholls over. Actually, yes. Nicholls over, Southern over, Duke -7. I need to find my channel here to roll or not roll out to end the poll. We have to end the poll to end all polls. That'll be. Does that make sense? Let's end the poll. Let's see. All right. Sean Higgs poll is about to end. If it comes up, 50% on the poll. Never in doubt. Oh, wait a second. Well, we got 30% of the poll said Swifties would always win. There we go. I love it. The Swifties to win. Oh, man. All right. Now we head over to the Winning Free Pick channel and we see how that poll is going. Let's see. What else is in the comment section here? Oh, we got nothing. No more comments. Everybody must have left the chat already because I'm ending the stream. That's fine. That's fine. I'll sing. The end is near. And we face the final curtain. We'll sing a little My Way. I gotta say, the Jeter My Way commercial, fabulous. Should bring a tear to your eye. And I don't even like Jeter. You know I make fun of Jeter. Overrated slap hitter. All right, Super Bowl, winning free picks poll. Chiefs never in doubt, baby. 41% gets the win. So that's that. That is that. The polls are done. The show is done.